Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and this is Keto-A-GoGo, and today is recipe day and we are making one of my favorites, bulletproof coffee. So these are the items that you're going to need. So the first thing you're going to need to do is make some coffee. So I have a Keurig. It's super convenient and easy. I happen to love it. And if you get the reusable K-cups, it saves so much money. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now what you want to go ahead and do is measure out 1 to 2 tablespoons of this Kerigold butter. I usually only use 1. And you want to go ahead and place it into your coffee. And make sure you do this step first because you want the butter to melt. And since this is self-stirring, I don't need to stir this up with a knife, but what I usually do is just kind of like pop it up and down in the coffee to make it melt a little bit better before I actually do stir it. So what I do is, since this cup is so handy, I just push a little button and it mixes it up. So I just mix the butter up a little bit first before I add in the other stuff. So I mix it up and then I go ahead and grab my coconut oil. You can also use MCT oil. I just usually prefer just coconut oil. And you can use anywhere between 1 and 2 tablespoons. I just use 1. And I honestly just kind of eyeball it, so. So what I use next is heavy cream. I switch between this and half. You can use either one. I prefer half and half usually over heavy cream, but I'm out of half and I have this, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. And I usually use anywhere between like 1 to 2 tablespoons. And then the last thing that I put in my coffee, and this is completely optional, is this Skinny Syrups Caramel Pecan, and it is sugar-free. They're super good. I got this one, I think, at Ross, and I only use like a tiny bit. I've had this one for a while, and I literally only use a tiny bit. And now you want to go ahead and either stir your coffee like this, or if you don't have a self-stirring mug or a frother, because I also have this frother that I use when I use regular cups, I would recommend mixing this into a blender. And there you have it, bulletproof coffee. Super delicious, so easy. I know I say this pretty much in all my recipes because I really only do recipes that are super easy and super delicious. I will put the full recipe below so that you guys can have that on hand. And I usually have bulletproof coffee once per day. Sometimes I don't have it though. If I'm already getting a bunch of fats in, I'll kind of just skip it. Or if I'm just not really feeling coffee, I'll just skip it altogether. So there's lots of benefits to bulletproof coffee, and one of them is it's a really simple, easy way to get your fats in. I mean, there's a ton of fat in this. I will go ahead and put the macros for the full bulletproof coffee right down below so you guys can see how much fat is actually in just this cup of bulletproof coffee. So another amazing benefit of this coffee is it triggers weight loss and kicks your body into fat burning mode. The other thing that it does for me that I know that it does for a lot of other people is it kills pesky cravings. Like if you're craving sweets or if you're craving, you know, carbs that you used to have. If you have a Bulletproof coffee, I guarantee you it's going to kick those cravings. It boosts cognitive function and brain function. And for me, I feel that every time I have Bulletproof coffee. Even being on the ketogenic diet, it boosts my brain function. I have mental clarity. I can think clearly for the rest of my day. Obviously, coffee already does this to most people, but this coffee gives me energy. And as you guys saw, I drink decaf coffee, so that's saying a lot. With the butter and the coconut oils in it, it definitely gives me energy to just continue throughout the rest of my day. And obviously, one of the other benefits is it is high in healthy fats. So you have the butter, which is really, really healthy fat, and you have the coconut oil, which is also really, really good healthy fat. And you have the heavy cream, which also is very good fat for your body. So the last thing is that it tastes great without having any added sugars into it. So I do add the skinny syrup, but I do that only occasionally. It is perfectly fine without it. It tastes amazing. So if you go ahead and try this recipe, please comment below and let me know what you thought of it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and subscribe. I do weekly recipe videos just like this one every single week, and you don't want to miss out. And just remember, guys, don't hate on me though, just because I do keto. Bye!